Most artists think playlist is the secret to Spotify growth. They spend money chasing playlist placements, refreshing their stream counts, and praying that something works. But here's the truth. Some artists are getting rich streams without playlists. And honestly, if your entire growth depends on playlists, your fan base is probably weak. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually grow organically on Spotify without depending on playlists to save your career. If you are new here on this channel, my name is Fineboy Producer. I help artists grow through strategy and not random promotion. And one thing I've noticed is most artists are chasing shortcuts instead of building systems. They want quick streams instead of building long-term momentum. Now, the first problem I see a lot of artists make is depending heavily on playlists for streams. Don't get me wrong, playlist is not bad. It is strategic, but if playlist is the only strategy you have, then there is a big problem because playlist can only help you get quick streams, but it's not what is responsible for building with fans. And if you want to really grow as an artist, you need a fan base. Now, imagine anytime you release music, you run playlists, and when the playlist stops, no streams are coming at all. It is not sustainable. You can't continue living off of that, just playlisting and playlisting to get streams. Because if you do it that way, you are not actually building a fan base. So depending largely or entirely on playlists is a very, very big problem. You have to have a fan base. All right, there are a lot of strategy which you can use to connect everything together instead of just depending on having playlist alone as your only strategy to get streams. Like I always say, streams is not the major goal. All right, fan base is what is most important, because if you check it out, just one real fan is 10 times valuable than random number of streams. Now, one thing again is Spotify follows momentum. So when people listen to your music, Spotify is tracking the number of shares, the number of saves, the number of completion rates, how many people listen to the song from start to finish. So Spotify is checking all those things so that the algorithm can pick your song and recommend it to more people that are likely going to love your work. So this is how Spotify works, and this is the reason why you must need to get real fans to actually go listen to your song rather than just relying on just playlisting and everything. You need to get people that are emotionally connected to your song. Those are the people that are going to like your work and share your work. That is going to actually boost the Spotify algorithm to refer or recommend your song to more people. Nowadays, content drive discovery. So gone are the days where you just release music and wait for one magic to happen. Now you need to use content to actually promote your work. And you need to use content to create an emotional connection with people, to build fan base, people that really want to go and listen to the music. So you have to make sure your content makes people feel something about your song, care enough for your song before they even go listen. So this is how you use content right now. So you do that by sharing snippets around your music to promote it. You share snippets with your audience, telling stories around how you made your song. Like, just do things that are creative, that is going to spark interest, that is going to create emotion between you and your audience so that they can go listen to your work. So that is how you use content to promote your song, to get this connection and get people's attention to really go listen to your song. So this is how you get real people to listen to your song and build a connection with them rather than just relying on playlist alone and just get random streams. But once you use content, you can be able to get streams from real people that actually care about your music. Another mistake most artists make is they release music too randomly. Now you see some artists, they release music today and they disappear for months just to come back again and start releasing afresh. Spotify does not really take those kind of artists seriously because Spotify likes consistency. So you don't just release music randomly. You need to have a strategic plan. Every of your release needs to build on the momentum your previous release has already created, rather than just starting from scratch, releasing once and disappear for months. Some artists even disappear for over a year before they release again. No, you have to be strategic with your release. Okay, so you have to release consistently, probably every 3 months. Make sure that once you release this song today, work on the promotion for like 3 months, and once that is done, you're already releasing your next project or your next track. So to build consistency and build a good track record on Spotify, once you can be able to do this, Spotify will start recommending your song to more people to listen to it, to people that are going to like it, because Spotify loves engagement, loves people that are consistent, and loves getting those engagements. That's what boosts the algorithm to start recommending your song to more people. So you can get that through being consistent with your release and not just releasing randomly. Now, the real goal for you as an artist is to build listeners who return. It's not just about streams. Streams is not the main goal. The main goal is to get listeners who will return to listen to your music over and over again, and even share to their friends. Save the music, plays the music, and share it with their friends. So that's the real goal. One loyal fan is much more valuable than random passive streams. So that is the importance of having a fan base. So serious artists who grow sustainably, they focus on 1, identity, 2, consistency, 3, emotional connection, and audience building. That is how a career is built, and not through random playlist spike and streams. If you want to grow organically on Spotify, so here's what works. Number 1 is you need to have a strong identity. People should instantly tell your music when they hear them. Alright, so your music needs to be distinctive, your voice needs to be distinctive, it needs to be unique to you. You need to have that strong identity. When people just hear your voice, they just know, oh, this is this artist, this is that artist, this is that artist. You get me? So you need to have a strong identity. People should instantly recognize your sound and your vibe. All right. So this has to do with the way your voice sound, your vibe, the way you show up online and everything. So when people just see anything about you, they should just be able to know, this is the artist. You get me? So you need to have a strong identity. Then number 2, your content should be strategic. Okay, your content should draw attention and create emotional connection with your audience. So you have to be strategic with your content. Your content, I repeat, your content should draw attention and create emotional connection with your audience. Now, number 3 is consistent release. Consistency builds momentum over time. You need to be consistent. Your releases needs to be consistent, because consistency is the thing that is going to help you build momentum, build a fan base, and get more listeners, and just grow your fan base in general. People love and trust people that are consistent, not just people that just do something today and before you know it, you see them next like 15 months before they do it again. No, people don't trust people like that. People trust people that are actually consistent, that always show up, that always release their music. If you are consistent, you start building momentum, you start gaining fan base who trust and love your music. Then number 4, audience relationship. Build a relationship with your audience. Build fans and not just listeners. What this means is engage with your audience. Engage with your audience. When they comment on your post, reply to their comments, like their comments, show them you care, and just do everything to engage with your audience. This is how you build a fan base. And number 5, most importantly, long-term thinking. Stop chasing shortcuts. Build a system. Build a fan base. A lot of artists just obsess over virality. No, that is not how you win. You win by building momentum over time till you become undeniable. And while doing that, you need to enjoy the process. Celebrate every little milestone. Your first 100 followers, your first 1,000 streams. Celebrate little milestones on your way to your big moments. Okay, stop just chasing virality, because in the industry, there are a lot of artists that have just gone boom overnight. But majority of them, they are not yet to be found right now. But those artists that actually build systems like Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Rema, Omale, you can see them. They're still at the top right now. That is what it means to build momentum, build a system, have a structure, have a strong fan base. Your fan base is going to keep you alive for a very, very long time, rather than you are just chasing over virality. Now, if you loved everything I've talked about so far, I created the 100k streams artist blueprint, which contain all the system I've talked about so far, including music promotion, your branding, building a solid fan base, how to grow organically on Spotify, and how to build momentum as an independent artist. So everything is in the 100k streams artist blueprint. Link in the description. And also, if you love this video, don't forget to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notification. In this channel, we focus on strategy before streams. Let's win.